Well, last night at our Portland movie meetup, we had the unfortunate experience of watching the movie Him. Now, I never thought Him looked very good, but that's okay. You guys know my channel is filled with movies that I didn't think would looked very good, and then I ended up really loving. And I was hoping that would be the case here. And despite the fact that Jordan Peele's name is on the poster, Jordan Peele did not direct this film. Got to make sure we emphasize that every single time because a lot of people still think he directed the film. I'm not going to bury the lead here. This movie is awful. Absolutely awful. As a matter of fact, when we walked outside to have our big group photo of the movie meetup, I asked everybody, can somebody tell me what year did Craven come out again? Because I'm trying to decide what the worst movie of the year is. And they all reminded me that it came out in 2024. I said, okay, yeah. I think Him is the worst film of the year. I think Him is the absolute worst film of the year. But now let me start with the good. Okay. And by the way, I'm going to let you know, I'm going to spoil this whole movie. This is going to be a spoiler kind of review of it because I don't care. And I really don't think any of you should go see it, but you know, all film is subjective. You may watch it and like it. And I hope that you do. I wish I did. Let me start with the good. Let me start with the good here. I can't remember the first name of Wayans here. He's the youngest of the Wayans brothers. Marlon. Yeah. Fantastic. He gives a great performance in this. Like, it's every once in a while, you'll get a terrible movie that had a really great performance in it that was just kind of wasted because the movie itself was terrible. This is that situation. He gave, like, his performance and his nuances with the character often leave you guessing about the intent of the character, the nature of the character, and it's all because of his performance. He's able to quickly transition from insane intensity to jovial camaraderie to like all these different sides of the character that leaves you kind of guessing as to where this character is going. And it's all from his performance. And I got to say, it's a really unfortunate thing that that performance was wasted in a movie like this. The good things I have to say about this movie end there. Let me tell you something. They make Him kind of look like it's a horror film. It's not. It's really not.
Like I thought the devil was in it, John. Isn't like satanic and isn't there like cults and all that?
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Rob. It's funny you should mention that. Because while one might think that we're going to get more devil stuff or whatever, how do I put this? Okay, you remember the movie Ready or Not?
Yes.
Remember that movie, the little horror film?
Yes.
Where it's like, it gets introduced in the film that at some point you realize there's some kind of an occult thing and there's a deal with a demon sort of thing and all that kind of stuff. And then that becomes a part of the film as you move forward. I'm going to explain the entire movie to you now. This movie is about this young quarterback coming out of college, getting ready to turn pro, and everybody thinks he's the next one. Marlon Wayans plays the Tom Brady kind of character. He has 8 championships. He's considered to be the GOAT. He's the best, but rumor is he's about to retire, and they're looking at this young kid as maybe being his replacement on the team. And so Marlon Wayans, you get this from the trailers, invites his character, the young kid, out to his private compound for a week of training to see if he's really ready to be the quarterback of the new team, right? And as you can tell
Makes
from
sense.
the trailer, things get kind of intense. Okay. The entire run of this movie, I'm sitting there waiting for this movie to introduce what the movie's about. Okay, like I get it. He's looking at him, is he the thing? But, oh, he's kind of intense and he's done some kind of crazy things, but it's all just kind of intense and whatever. Still waiting to kind of see what this movie's, where it's going, like what's the general idea of it. And then in the last 2 minutes of the film, it gets revealed that you find out Marlon Wayans is when he's at his peak physical, feeling absolutely at his peak, he draws blood from himself and saves it. So when he needs that energy boost, he reinfuses his highly oxygenated blood back into himself. Now, throughout the movie, this doctor on site has been giving the young kid injections. everybody knew right away, oh, the secret injections is probably Marlon Wayans' blood. And sure enough, yeah, at the end, he injects it. You find out he's been injecting him with his own blood. Okay,
that's not how blood works.
Yeah. But then you're figuring out, you're trying to decide why. Why is he doing that? Why am I watching this movie? Why is anything that's happening in this movie happening?
I don't know.
And you find out in the very last couple of minutes of the film, it's all exposition dumped. As you find out that the whole reason, everything that has happened in the movie, the reason this kid got invited to the compound, the reason Marlon Wayans has been putting him through all these excruciating exercises and all these excruciating drills and shooting him up with his blood and doing all this kind of stuff, in the very last waning moments of the movie, Marlon Wayans reveals, you see, there is a spirit of the goat, and it's been passed on for 100 years. And the way they're going to determine if I have to retire now or if you get to be the new quarterback is if we fight to the death. And I did all of this to make sure you're at your peak, because I only want to fight you if you're at your peak. And then they fight for 30 seconds and it's done. That's it. They fight for about 30 seconds and it's done. And then in the very last scene of the movie, the kid walks out of the room where he fought him into this big outdoor thing where his manager, the owners of the team, and Marlon Wayans' wife, for some reason, are all dressed up in goat heads and a bunch of cheerleaders. That's the shot on the poster where he's covered in blood holding the footballs out like a crucifix. That's actually a shot from the last scene of the movie. And they're like, oh, yeah, sign the contract. You're going to be a new quarterback. If you don't sign the contract, I'm going to kill your parents. I'm going to kill your family. What? Where did that come from? And then he grabs a sword and he starts cutting everybody's heads off. And then on the very last shot,
I kind of want to see that part.
The very, very last shot of the movie, his manager, who has been his best friend throughout it, but you find out he's been in league with these guys all along, says, please kill me. Please kill me. You know, like, why is he asking him to kill him? But he doesn't. And he starts to walk. The young kid walks away. And as the young kid walks away, the manager's like, no, no. And all of a sudden his body gets pinned to the ground and slid across the ground by some invisible force onto some satanic symbol that's on the ground. And his body explodes. Like, what the fuck? None of this. It's like, with the reason I brought up the comparison.
That sounds awesome.
This sounds amazing.
The reason I brought up the comparison to Ready or Not is that it's kind of the same playbook, except Ready or Not introduces the characters. They let you figure out something's off here, kind of like what they do in Him. Something's off. But then like halfway through the film, they give the revelation to the audience. This family sacrifices people.
Yes.
Okay, and now that the character knows this, now starts the game of cat and mouse. Now starts the game of our hero fighting against the villains of the film, and that becomes the second half of the movie. This movie it's just meandering around for an hour and 20 minutes, and then in the last like 6 or 7 minutes of the movie, it's, oh, by the way, I did all this so you and I could fight to the death, and I just want you at your best. Ah, you killed me. Oh, I'm going to walk outside now. What? This is satanic. Body explodes. End credits.
You know, in Ready or Not here, in
no
Ready or Not,
sense.
Ready or Not had an earned ending that was a hoot. The very end of Ready or Not was great, and that movie was glorious. The whole movie was great. It was glorious.
I love that movie.
I did too.
It was such a pleasant surprise. Because it came out of nowhere, Rob. Like, that movie really came out of nowhere and kind of surprised us. And you could tell that they wanted to kind of follow that blueprint, except it was just an hour and a half of nothing. And, ooh, isn't he crazy? And then, like, in the last blink of an eye, oh, we got to fight to the death. And these guys are all demonic. And, oh, no, a demon's going to kill that guy. Ah, and the movie's over. And it's like, really? I literally said out loud in the theater, what the hell was that when the movie ended? I really honestly think this is the worst film of the year. I think this is worse than Smurfs. I shouldn't say that. I didn't actually watch Smurfs. So, but I'm guessing it's worse than Smurfs.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
Yes, please do.
Who is the titular him? Who does him refer to? The quarterback, the devil? Who's him?
Him is the man. Like Tom Brady is like, when Tom Brady is the GOAT, he's him. And so they're saying is the kid is going to be the next him. I'm him, the next GOAT, right? It's actually a good title. Like when you understand like that basic premise, it's a good title. It really is. But I guess Tom Brady at some point, I don't know, who was a former great quarterback that isn't alive anymore. I don't know. At some point, Tom Brady had a fight to the death with some old NFL quarterback who was him, and Tom Brady became him. I don't know. It's really weird.
Is this the second movie in Robert Eggers' Black Phillip trilogy where the goat was introduced in The Witch? I mean, I've never understood why Black Phillip hasn't come back, so I'm just going to, in my own head canon, him is going to be the second Black Phillip movie.
Guys, we want to thank the sponsor of today's episode, PrizePicks. Look, you and I make decisions every day, but on PrizePicks, being right actually means you win. And with football back, there is no better time to get in on the action. You guys know I've been using PrizePicks for a while now, and it's honestly the most fun I've had engaging with the new football season already. For example, this weekend, I had Josh Allen throwing for more than 270 passing yards, and Baker Mayfield having more than 2.5 passing touchdowns, and boom, I won on both. Building your lineups on PrizePicks is fast, simple, and honestly extremely fun. All you have to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player projections, and if you're right, you win. What's even better is that PrizePicks invented the flex play, which means you can still win even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Plus, they've even got this thing called injury reboots, so if a player goes down in the first half, it won't count against you. And PrizePicks operates in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. So download the app today and use code CAMPEA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CAMPEA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Yes, only now GOAT means greatest of all time instead of literal GOAT.
It's
a really terrible movie.
Because it really, that's the whole thing, is that it really means Black Phillip. It really is just a GOAT. We think it's greatest of all time, but it's really bad.
Really just a GOAT.
The greatest trick the devil ever played was making people think GOAT meant greatest of all time.
Yeah, that's right. And Tom Brady's actually the devil. Look, again, the real unfortunate part about this was that Marlon Wayans gives a killer performance. Really, he did everything. If an actor's performance could save a movie, if an actor's performance could save a movie and they can't, his performance would have saved the movie. And like I have gone from, we don't see Marlon Wayans very much to, I want to see more Marlon Wayans. I want to see what else this guy can do. And put him in anything that's even remotely better than him, because him wasn't it. It just simply wasn't it. Anyway, Rob, did you get a chance to get yourself to go see him this weekend?
Yeah, no, Rob.
No, John. And the thing is, I really was looking forward to this. I'll watch any kind of horror-related film, but what I don't like is when movies do things that other movies have already done so much better, and they don't put. Like, I was hoping this would have that sort of devil's advocate, race with the devil. You know me, I love anything to do with cults, Satan. Satan's one of my favorite villains. And if you muck it up, it really bums me out. I don't like it. I mean, my favorite horror film of all time is The Exorcist. I was kind of looking forward to this, and now you've crushed my spirit. You've harshed my mellow. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, utterly terrible film. And I'm very excited about never talking about it again. All right, guys. The question is for you. Did you have a chance to go and see him? Hey, listen, just to be fair, the movie has a 20-something% on Rotten Tomatoes, which means 20-something% of the critics liked it. And maybe you will too. That's the beautiful thing about film. It's all subjective. And just because other people like me don't like it doesn't mean you won't like it. Did you have a chance to see it? Did you enjoy it? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.